just going to go ahead and go live here with me as I do this. I am not doing questions. I am not doing readings tonight, but if you want me to come back on and do that, I can. If you really need a question answered while I'm doing this reading, you can comment down below, or you can send me a specific chat. I think you can donate an amount to get the question answered. I call on my guides and your guides and all beings of light to assist me with this reading, and that everyone watching this for October gets a clear and accurate message for them. My setup is pretty simple. I have a Mother Mary candle burning here. I have a tea light for Reiki. I have my spray right there in the green bottle. This is for fertility. And then I also have a Ganesh incense burning in that incense holder. I am using 2 different decks. I am using the Halloween Oracle along with the Liz of Empires. And I also am using black onyx for protection. So I'm just going to go ahead and start shuffling the cards so you guys can see about that. So you guys can see really quickly what energies will be around you for this month. And I can already tell that the energies are very intense because if the cards jump and then the camera jumps, and that's a sign from Spirit. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep shuffling and be thinking of the energies. Just thinking of the energies. I feel like there's a couple more. There they are. So this goes into jealousy, envy, punishment, changing course. So this October you might be having some jealousy, grieving over some loved ones that are not present anymore. Spirit is wanting you to know that they're still with you, but not in this physical realm. The jealousy could also mean seeing someone have something that you feel like you've had a hard time manifesting. And Spirit really wants you to consider that instead of using that jealousy to really make you depressed or feel lower vibrations, how can you use that to motivate you? How can you use that as a way to really look at all aspects that you might have missed? A lot of the times when we're manifesting, we are really looking for a way out of something or looking for something that we feel we are lacking. But really, if you're not receiving it, there's something that you have been not considering when you're manifesting. For an example, if you're trying to manifest yourself out of a job, but you don't realize all the sacrifices you would make leaving that job, just because someone else seems like they have a better life in another job doesn't mean that you don't see beyond what they're projecting. So this could be not seeing that they travel, not seeing that they take a lower cut with their pay, or that they're spending most of their weekends catching up on the work that you might have more time to do, such as housework and such things like that. So where's this jealousy stemming from? Is it really jealousy, or is it you just avoiding your current circumstances so that you have less responsibility and a less clear message of what you need to work on? So you really have to dig deep. It's about that shadow work, okay? In reverse, you have eternal love. Love, and it transcends through physical. That could build up to get more confidence to manifest something greater, if that makes sense. And then you have in reverse, Night Song, hidden talents. So there's something coming in October for you that is going to make you really have to put in the work for your talents. when it is in reverse, it's not hidden. It's something that's not hidden from you. It's something that has been with you this whole time, but you just haven't really grasped a hold of that talent. You haven't worked with it. So it's almost became like a fear or an anxiety that I can't do this. I just can't do this is what I'm hearing. So there's something that you're going to have to go outside of your comfort zone in order to receive the new blessings that you're looking for. And it starts with a talent that you have. It could be getting up and speaking in front of people. It could be traveling. It could be advising someone that you feel like you have no right to advise. It could even be looking at yourself in a new way and say to yourself, okay, I need help, or I need to take a different route, or maybe I need to reconsider a lot. And so this is part of going beyond the physical, almost like the physical identity that you've created for yourself. It's about going beyond those limits and realizing that you're just not this. You can be so many more things, and that it's not contradicting. I feel like a lot of the times we get so upset because we feel like we are not being loyal, we're not being honest. If we try two different things at once, that might be contradicting. It's not that you're being contradicting, it just means that you're trying to figure out what suits you best. So this is why this card is in reverse for you. And this is another reverse card, and this is ancestors, the love and legacy of your DNA, of our DNA. So this is really about understanding that there's something inside of you that is so easy to access, but we keep feeling like we've got to go beyond this veil all the time, the veil of what we see every day. This is saying that we can connect easily to our ancestors and that we can connect at any time. It's just not in October. And that our DNA and our legacy of our ancestors should not be a stopping point. We should progress forward to add on to that legacy. Graveyard, unnecessary fear. So yes, going back to that fear, the fear is very real for you guys this month. And this is not like a scary movie. This is not like the actual environment. This is something inside of you, something that has been hidden, or possibly that is provoking you, triggering you to the point where it's becoming a really big problem, to where it's causing you to block yourself from manifesting, from going beyond those limits, from trying something new, from figuring out who you really are. In reverse is Jack-o'-lantern, protection. So I feel like the protection is sometimes we protect ourselves too much. With this being in reverse, it could possibly mean that we're protecting ourselves too much to where we're not able to grow, we're not able to live, we're not able to manifest what we want because we have all these rigid restrictions and protection strategies that is actually a avoidance. It could build onto a fear. It can be so many different things. So this month you really want to go in and ask yourself, where are you protecting yourself too much? Or where can you transition that protection to something more acceptable for yourself and not so much what other people is saying you need protection on. Okay, and then another reverse card, zombie control. Yeah, so this is about realizing that you sometimes when you put too much protection, you are actually not controlling anything. It's more like it's controlling you. So it's about being very aware of what you can control and what you can't control, and loosen up that fear a little bit and realize that you don't have to be a zombie of your own creation. You don't have to be a zombie of other people's creation. You really have to keep that in check. You have to keep that in balance, because really it's an aspect that is not living at all. It's stagnant and it causes a lot of festering energies that can progress to a lot worse than they should be, you know? And then you have Vampire, emotional intelligence. So yeah, it's about having emotional intelligence. It's about understanding yourself in a new way, that you don't have to do anything you don't want to, but at the same time, you have to be very certain that why you're doing it is for your highest good, or why you're not doing it is for your highest good. And if you feel any anxiety or fear, that sometimes could mean that you're not doing the right thing, but then sometimes it could mean that it just depends. It's a feeling you're going to really have to sit with. And sometimes that anxiety and fear could be exactly what is a trigger or a shadow aspect that is trying to keep you protected, which is really not protecting you. It's self-sabotaging you. And that's almost like a trigger or a feeling or a symbol or energetic pull that, yes, you're almost there. You've got to go through that. You've got to move through that. You got to emotionally feel it and decide, could this be the starting point of something better? Do I have to stay in this energy? Do I have to back off from this energy? Or do I challenge it and go through it? So it's really about understanding. You get to decide how it manipulates you or how it guides you. This card is in reverse, and this is natural, authentic, real, organic. So yeah, you're not feeling like these energies you might be feeling this month are not of that perspective, not that vibration, then you know that it's just fear, it's unnecessary worry. It's keeping you from possibly the natural aspects of you that is ready to blossom. The natural aspects of you that is ready to say, yes, this has been the reality for a long time, but no longer is it helping me. It's isolating me. And so mainly about this reading, I'm talking about personal experience. I'm talking about things that a lot of people go through, especially in this time of the year. And it's about feeling stuck or feeling as if something has, like this next card, died off or has no life left. And you have to realize that it can be rebirth as well. Death rites, saying goodbye, formal occasion, honoring lives. So yeah, it's about honoring. It's about honoring death, the transition, and realizing that some things have to come to an end. But if it's not physical death, sometimes you can almost live a physical death energetically if you don't proceed forward. So it's almost as if you need to grieve something, you need to let something go so that you can have that rebirth and move forward. And even if it is a physical death, which I do not think it is, but let's just say, for an example, if you're missing someone and that has passed on, it doesn't mean that they can't communicate with you. It doesn't mean you honor them, that they can't honor you and guide you. And sometimes the goodbyes seem like the ending, but it's actually the beginning. So it's when you sit in that energy that can be very detrimental. Good evening. How are you guys? The last card is in reverse, and this is Ancient Ancestry, Egypt, Magical Inheritance. So this is about understanding that there's something, and when I see this card, it's kind of exactly what the whole reading's been kind of spinning around on, and it's the center of